Greetings. Greetings and welcome back to all those who have been here before, and welcome anew to those who have not. I am your host, Lamancia. This is anywhere you want to go, baby. Games and more. Tonight, we are starting our Season 2 of Tamatma, the Mistress of the Magical Artifacts. I've had a lot of technical issues, a lot of trouble getting this going, but here we are, pre-session 0A, with Mr. Oren Stonefist himself. Our first of many to come. First of 6, to clarify, but still. We are going to get started this evening. I'm going to need to read a quick disclaimer for those who are interested. We are using official OGL setting of Middle-earth as described in the Adventures in Middle-earth Player's Guide, licensed by WOTC, in addition to and along with other licensed WOTC source material, tweaked here and there by yours truly. Furthermore, the Mistress of the Magical Artifacts is unofficial fan content, legally permitted under the WOTC fan content policy. This has not been officially approved or endorsed by Wizards, and portion of the material used are property of Wizards of the Coast, LLC, and Wizards of the Coast, Trademark Corporation. Moving forward, if you join us on the screen, we will have our player, Mr. Oren Stonefist. Take a peek at what we have in store for him tonight.
The gilded halls of Erebor herself.
Indeed. For those who don't know, a little bit further explanation may be warranted. Tamatma is a Lord of the Rings-based Dungeons & Dragons campaign set in the 5th edition. Our adventure starts in the year 3001, I believe. 3001. The date is September 1st, and my players are all in for a 2-week journey. So, do you see your player character token?
I do.
Can you control this player?
I cannot currently select the token. There we go. Now I can.
Okay. So starting today, I need to bring a resource over to your screen really quick. So, one morning, the day, September 1st, our player, Oren, was just awakening from his rented house in the city, or kingdom, should I say, of Erebor. He stepped outside on a nice early morning. A little cold in the kingdom. He looks up, he sees there's still dew dripping off of the stalagmites and stalactites on the cavern ceiling. Before long, he feels energized as the new day begins. Are you still there, my friend? Can you hear me?
I can. You cut out a bit.
I said, what was the last thing you froze? You froze. What was the last thing you?
I heard before long.
And before long, you started to become energized at the feeling of a bright new day. I open it up to you now. Is there anything you would like to do to start off the adventure?
Orin's purpose for being in Erebor is to meet with the king or somebody of equivalent status, like say an advisor or second, a regent perhaps, to make his presence known and his purpose known as an emissary of the Eastern Kingdom holds far beyond the eastern mountain ranges of Rune. So as I awaken, he would take in a deep breath. The cold would remind him of his mountain stay up at the peak monk's hold back home, where he was trained as a monk, and that sense of nostalgia would invigorate him, and he would be taking in the air and looking for the scent of the food, sounds of chatter and laughter. Perhaps he'll stop somewhere and get something to eat before he tries to meet with someone of importance.
Very good.
So he'll make his way towards this small cluster of buildings.
Very good. As you do that, suddenly, you begin to hear a voice in your... You don't see anybody.
But he's going to say it out loud. So his walking stick that's capped with iron strips, he's going to move that from less of a walking position, more of a ready position. Does he have any idea what the buildings seem to be?
What did you just say?
Does he have any idea of what these buildings seem like they might be?
They're just random houses.
Okay.
Do you want to roll for insight?
Sure.
Or, okay.
I can roll for insight. 16.
All right. You'll know that most of them look to be inhabited. You can tell that they are houses. There's a few shops and businesses. However, if you look, you'll be able to recognize where you've been. Is immediately next to you is the tavern.
So
Right here.
this building I'm pinging,
Yes.
so that would be the tavern.
Yes. I'm wondering why my ping is not working.
And he still doesn't see anybody.
What are you doing to ping?
You should, if you have the arrow selected.
The arrow. Duh. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, you're fine. Then you just click and hold it, and it should ping. Yep, there you go.
This is the tavern.
Yes. Okay. And nobody's around. I can't see anybody.
No one. You can't see anybody. The voice begins once more.
And I can't tell what the voice is saying. Can't seem to hear what the voice is saying.
Sorry about that to the viewers and to the player. I didn't have my proper microphone on. Try that again.
Sure.
All of a sudden, you begin to hear a voice in your head.
Greetings, Orin.
What hell sorcery is this?
Fear not questions that are greater than thee. Before you can share in the adventure that lies before, there is unfinished business which needs your attention. Join me, if you will, to a part of the tale where only you and I can venture. In the realm of Erebor, there's a lone mountain that is set apart from the land, and within thrives a society of dwarves with an ancient and long lineage almost as old as the mountain itself. A rich and prosperous people. The dwarves here dig deep and are generous with their wealth to all who are deserving. After much hardship in the past, they are now knowing a long peace that have much been needed and desired for. However, unrest is brewing in the dark passageways of the kingdom. People are saying foul magic has come to the area, and others have started to go missing. On the morning before you set off on your journey, you find that a lone rider appears before you.
Hail Rider.
Hark! There, you! Get out of the way!
Pardon me.
He drives past, and you notice that he goes to the house you're renting.
I'm gonna watch him for a moment, take a few steps towards him, but just watch from a distance.
He gets off his steed. He walks up to the house.
I'm gonna step closer.
He just starts knocking on the door, very politely, takes off his cap.
Okay. Warren's gonna kind of make his way up to about right here. Wait for him to knock again.
Are you trying to sneak?
No, not necessarily. Just kind of walking up quietly. I
If
can
you are
roll a
not
sneak.
sneaky... Do you
I can
roll a sneak?
I'll roll a sneak. Let's do that way. Nah, not stealthy at all.
So, as you walk up behind him, he turns around and says, "Oh, it's you! Do you live here?"
Well, in a manner, I've lodged here for about an evening, but not much more than that. What can I do for you?
I am looking for a Mr. Iron Stonefist. I am an official courier of the land.
Well, perhaps you meant Orin Stonefist, and that'd be me.
What did I say?
Iron. It's okay. Makes
I
sense that you might
apologize to
mispronounce
you,
it.
sir. Yes,
Oh,
he
no.
pulls out a scroll. Reads it in front of him. Yes. Orin Stonefist. Is that you, sir? Can you prove you are who you say you are?
Well, would you like me to punch you in the head? Or perhaps you'll just take my signet and my word.
The signet will do.
Ah, you've got a good head on your shoulders. He's gonna walk up and hand it to him.
Okay. He says, "Ah, yes, indeed. You are Orin Stonefist. I have an official letter for you from a Mr. Bilbo Baggins of Bag End in Hobbiton." He reaches in and he pulls out a scroll and hands this scroll to you. And this scroll reads, "Do you want to read it, or shall I?"
Or I'd have to look it up if you have it. It's faster. I do have it.
On roll 20, I have moved you to your letter.
Okay. I don't see anything.
Scroll down. Zoom out and scroll down.
Zoomed out and scrolling down. Haha, there we go.
God bless
I'll
you,
read
sir.
it.
Okay,
Okay.
you will read it.
Yes. To my dear friend, Orin Stonefist, you are hereby cordially invited to a gathering of magnificent splendor. The party will be in celebration of my cousin Frodo and our shared birthdays. This being his 33rd birthday and coming of age, it will also be in celebration of my own 111th birthday. On the reverse side of this letter, you will find a map which shows an overview of your expected journey's path. By my reckoning, it should take you no more than 2 weeks at pace with the caravan I am sending you. Please expect the convoy to disembark promptly at midday on September 1st. I look forward to seeing you at our birthdays. Signed, it's a little smudge to you. With warmest regards, Bilbo Baggins. Oh, that's nice. P.S. Everything with the carriage is provided for you to keep complimentary. Please take some time to check out the supplies and take whatever you need. Please enjoy your trip. Oh, that's extra nice. How kind. And he's gonna gently roll it up and place it beneath his cloak.
Very good, sir. And with this, our business today is concluded. I bid you good do, and I shall now take my leave.
Good day to you, sir. Thank you. And he's gonna pat the area that he stored the letter in.
You are quite welcome. Oh, and one more thing. He said for you to meet the carriage at the Erebor stables at midday.
Oh, right, sir. Could you tell me where those might be?
Out front, of course.
Oh, right, because that's a small area. I'll take a look. Thank you, lad.
Cheers, and have fun at the party.
We'll find out now, won't we?
And he just gallops off.
Sure.
Excuse me. He gallops off without another say and without even looking back. He will ride out of the distance over the drawbridge that is not there, but is, and out towards the front.
Alright, well. Can Oren smell food?
He can smell food. Okay. He can smell food, yes. It's morning, people are cooking, the tavern is indeed brewing customers as we speak.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
Well, the letter did say that there would be provision, so perhaps I should just skip this and go on to the stables. No sense wasting time.
Very good.
So he's just going to start making his way out towards the drawbridge. Looks like this might be where the stables would be.
Hold on one moment.
Sure.
You're going too fast.
Ah.
Okay. So,
Has the voice said anything else?
the voice has not said anything else.
All right. We'll just see where the fates take me then.
So,
Perhaps my fathers or the Valar themselves have something in mind.
you are going to the stables, is that correct?
That is where I'm trying to go, yes.
Okay. So, hold on one moment. I will make that happen for you. Alright. Just bringing over an asset that I meant to bring over earlier. Bear with me 1 second, it's almost done. Okay. I need to reveal areas for you.
All right.
Okay. I think I got everything I wanted you to see. So, where are you?
I am down here.
And you are walking to?
Well, I'm not really sure what I can see. I'm trying to walk to where I saw the guy run away, like, off to.
Okay. Let me put a bridge down here, shall I?
And see a few people standing around here.
Yes, there are people. Okay, so let me just describe the situation to you a little bit better.
Sure.
Let me be a better DM here. You wake up and you find yourself encountered by that individual.
Mm-hmm.
He tells you that he has a letter for you, hands you the letter, drives off. Around you, you see dwarves, only dwarves, of all makes, shapes, and sizes. They are going about their day. You assume, everything is going on for a reason. People are just like walking by. They're not just standing, they're walking by.
Life is going on.
Right. You'll see this one is a guard. The ones with swords and shields are guards. And yeah. So there are a couple of guards that are standing here. And it's not hard to see that they're just like watching you. They're like looking at you. Just looking at you.
Sure, that's fine.
Okay. And this is the bridge right here. This is the drawbridge. So around you are in a giant cavern. You're in the cavern kingdom of Erebor. You look around, everything is giant, ornate, carven, smooth stone. Everything looks very splendor, there's a lot of splendor of art. Everything has been carefully placed. Even though it's been carved from the earth, it looks like they've taken their very careful time. All of these buildings are almost part of the cavern itself. You can see that they are kind of modular, where, if something breaks on them, they can just easily pick them apart and replace them. You see giant stone walls, passageways that go on for a while. The time, I will just go ahead and tell you, is like 7 o'clock in the morning. And there's not as many people as there would be, you know, like midday or noon, but you know, this is all the people that are out right now. And you've been around, you've been around in this city for how many days?
In my head, I had actually just arrived.
You have just arrived.
Yeah, because Orin's here on a mission, so he's not necessarily interested in seeing the sights first. Like his first goal is to present his hold signet, which only an emissary would have, and then try to start getting audiences with people that are either the hold lord themselves, like the king or whatever, or like a regent, so like his second in command, because that's sort of his purpose for being here. So I mean, he's probably just gotten here the night prior, rented himself a place to lodge, and now he's going to start going about his day. He did want to find out where that guy's going on, but seeing that the guards are standing there watching him, he's going to.
You
because,
watched.
You know,
if
sure.
I don't mind to interrupt, you watched the guy go this way across the bridge and disappear.
Sure.
He just left. He's going. You know, he was not a dwarf.
Mm-hmm. Right. He's just a messenger of some sort.
He was a man.
Mm-hmm.
He was just a man in better looking clothing than a commoner, but not like noble looking clothing.
He was a professional courier or something like that.
Yes.
But yeah, so given that there's some guards right here, Orin's gonna step over and introduce himself, because that seems like the most simple route to announce his presence to people in positions of power.
Okay.
So he's gonna walk up to the guards. He's gonna introduce himself politely. He's gonna, with a slight bow. And he's going, well, hello there. My name's Orin Stonefist of the Eastern Holds. I come as an emissary from my hold lord, and presents his signet. Is that I seek an audience with your king, or whatever you call your hold lord here.
Hold on, I'm trying to find this guy's info.
No problem.
It should have been in here. This guy's blank.
He must be new.
Oh.
Is he giving me like a glassy stare, like he's not sure? This is my first
No,
day.
one second.
Sure.
Okay. So, this is what I needed to see. One second. Yes. Okay. So you walk up to them and you ask them what now?
He introduces himself, said that he presented his emissary signet, and said where he's from, and that he's trying to get an audience with basically the king or the Hold Lord. I can do it again. Not a problem.
No, you're fine. This one pipes up, and when they do, one second here, getting it ready. Local. There you are. I'm just getting practice at this. I should be better at it by now, but all right. So, yeah, I'm gonna need you to repeat what you said because I totally forgot how to respond.
No problem. Let's see here. Thespian. Hello there. My name is Oren Stonefist. I'm an emissary from the eastern holds beyond the Rune Mountains. Here to speak to your king, or whatever you called your Hold Lord.
Hi! Welcome to Erebor! We are glad to see your face, and I want to show you around a little bit, as a matter of fact. I have
Well-
been looking for you.
You've been looking for me? Well, I mean, I wasn't expecting anyone to be aware of my presence, but lead on.
Yes, I have been looking for you. If your name is Oren Stonefist.
Well, that is my name, so I suppose it's true. You're looking for me, and here I am. Proceed. Show me around.
Okay. So,
Sorry, so when they said that to you, they look at each other, they started laughing a little bit, and they say, they start walking away, and they motion for you to follow.
All right. I'm gonna see. What is that called? If I can click the right button.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna do a little perception checky check.
Okay.
Rolled a 19. These guys
Okay.
seem like they have less than honorable intentions here, or
You rolled a 19. So, when you look at the one on the right, or, sorry, this one, right here, you'll see that this person looks older, and it's actually a female dwarf. She's short with wavy auburn hair and brown eyes. She has a veiny, pockmarked golden skin. She stands about 3'2", has a beefy build, it's an oval, disfigured face, and her left ear is missing.
so she's seen some action here.
And this person next to you, the person next to them, is another old, a little bit more mature looking male guard. He's short, braided red hair and blue eyes, and he has smooth brown skin. He stands about 4'3", so he's about a foot taller. He has a beefier build. He doesn't say much. He's a triangular bulbous face, and he smells kind of like lavender.
All right.
When you look at them and you think about whether or not they have intentions to hurt you, you kind of get the feeling that they may have ulterior motive that you have yet to find. But they are honest in wanting to show you around. They do seem genuine about wanting to show you around, and that they have been looking for you because they knew your name.
So I'm not sensing any thuggish intent.
They're not. These are actual guards.
Doesn't prevent them from being thugs, but I just wanted to check. Okay. Well, Orin's gonna acquiesce and follow them, but he's gonna keep his eyes up.
Okay, so this token's, keep in mind when you're playing your token, you're playing it very seriously, and however close you are, far away is how it represents really how you want to be. So as you follow, they take you over just down the way, and you should be able to see the area.
Yep.
They say to you,
Oh, don't worry, lad. We're almost there. We have just a few more blocks.
All right.
So
Oh,
they're just-
I'm not worried.
they're just walking.
Just admiring the scenery.
They're coming up to a house now, actually. And it does say guard on the side. Like a guard post.
Gonna look around real quick. Peek over my shoulder. What's this guard back here doing?
When you look at this guard, I want you to roll for initiative.
Okay. Not sure which one's out there. Ooh.
How do I do initiative for people?
A good question.
I forget how to do that.
It's your DM screen, so you don't have to show me anything. You could just roll dice for yourself if you wanted to do it that way.
There's a way to do a turn tracker.
Correct. And I don't know how to get that started in...
Right click on the toolbar, turn tracker button on the toolbar. Oh. Okay. There we go.
Got it.
Can they just roll automatically? Alright, no, I remember how to do it now. Okay. So what was your... Let's look over for you.
The first roll I made was a 17. I wasn't sure if it had rolled in to roll 20, so I rolled again. But the initial roll was a 17.
Okay. So I need to do this. Alright, so... one of them rolled a 19.
Oh,
The one that rolled a 19 is this one. Right here behind you. The one that you looked at. He beat your initiative just barely.
sure.
So when that happens, he rushes you and grapples you against this building, against the side of this building right here.
He's got to hit me first.
That's true.
I mean, let me rephrase that. Unless this is really important, and the DM wants to just throw.
No, I need to do a hit. That's right.
Okay. So I'm here. Or not just here.
Wherever. He rushes at you,
Sure.
and he rolls to hit.
Okay.
All right, so he doesn't grapple you.
Perfect. All right. So Orin is going to laugh a little bit out loud. Oh, ha, ha, come on now. You're not going to get me that easily. And then he's going to stomp his feet down really hard into a horse stance, with karate. And then he's going to level the tip of his staff at the other two guards. And then he's going to take a 1 minute. I gotta remember he's going to take the dodge action. And so now I take dexterity saving throws with advantage, and any attacks made against me until my next turn are made with disadvantage. And then after that, he's going to step kind of over the guard, twisting around him as part of the parry, and then end up here.
How did you know about dodge? And you're supposed to be a new player.
Well, I have played before though, but I know
Gotcha.
I am familiar with the wonder of dodge. Yeah, this character is supposed to be played that way. I've really wanted to enjoy a martial artsy feel with him. So he's not even going to try to run away per se, but he's definitely in the position of ready to receive another attack. He's going to be like, you're going to have to do better than that if you want to catch me. Come on.
So is that what you want to end your turn on doing?
That was his action, and he moved, so yes.
Okay. So both of them at the same time are actually going to run up to you. And they're both going to try to grapple you, one after the other.
Okay. Quick question, just for clarification going forward. What is the measurement distance of the squares?
5 feet, I believe.
Okay, so... And most dwarves usually can only move 25 feet, so that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, perfectly fine. Just want to make sure. But they're rolling with disadvantage?
No. Why would they be rolling with disadvantage?
Because I am dodging, and so
Okay.
until the start of my next turn, all attacks are made with disadvantage. So
Alright, well
in
this was
my
the
mind-
one dwarf's disadvantage roll, so it was a 9. One of them rolls a 9, the other one rolls a 3.
So in my mind, the idea is
Well, actually,
he's kind of toying with these guys, not trying to be like aggressive and violent, but trying to, give him a chance to recognize that he's not to be trifled with, and also just say, hey, look, if this doesn't have to be violent, let's not make it violent. But if they, once they've made their attacks and we're back to his turn, he's going to, he'll say something. I'll just say, like,
So far, they have not attacked you. They've just tried to grab you.
I mean, that's close enough to an attack. But well, if you're going to try to hold my hand, you should take me to dinner first, shouldn't you? Or perhaps you guys could stop whatever harebrained scheme you have and just talk to me, eh?
Alright, so
he will repeat that process, and this time
when you say that,
2, 3, 4, 5, and now he's standing right here again, ready to defend.
When you say that,
Sure.
their tone kind of changes, but they get more pissed off rather than joking around and
Sure.
thinking they were gonna be able to grab you like before. So the one before that's been doing all the talking says again to you,
Oi! Orin, is it? Word has it that you've been summoned to Mr. Bilbo's birthday party. Please share. We're all dying to know. How do you know him well enough to be invited?
Okay. So as a player, I actually have no idea. Is that how we want to proceed forward?
correct.
Okay.
What you know is
Wonderful.
what you know.
Awesome.
Right now.
Okay, great. Awesome.
Unless you and I have
No,
discussed something
Orin's
else,
gonna-
a couple of other people have, but no. What you know is what you know. You got this. You got this invitation. He says it's your dearest friend. Can't wait to see her. Where's my warmest regards?
All right, I've got it. Well, I'm his dearest friend, obviously. He said as much in his letter. And he's very much looking forward to me attending his birthday party. And I suppose you gentlemen want to stop me. Well, pardon. Gentlemen and gentle lady.
Well, I don't know how a bum like you could ever rub elbows with high society.
At
But
that
King
point-
Dane has sent word.
At that point,
Yes.
he's going to interrupt her and say, if you call me a bum again, I'm going to crush your skull into paste. I am an emissary of the Eastern Holds, and you will respect my station.
Okay, so when you say that, the moment you say crush your face with something, you actually threaten
Sure.
physical violence, they grab the hilts of their weapons and they surround you like to your throat, like
Sure.
no weapons to your throat, but they are like right there. They're about to pull their weapons out. They do that, and then you say something about this emissary, and then they stop. But they're already at you, so the one who is talking mostly.
Is. Did you say emissary? Where's your signet then?
He's going to hold it up.
She kind of scoffed.
She kind of gives this look that you just can't miss to her other friends there, that she kind of looks a little worried. But at the same time, kind of, just passes really quickly and goes back to kind of looking scoff.
Well, King Dane has sent word. He knows about your invitation. Nothing gets past His Majesty, and he's been watching you since you received it. The man himself arrived in our kingdom to deliver it. Our king has a task for you. We have been sent to escort you to the Great Hall to see him at once.
Well, why didn't you say so from the beginning? I'd love to be escorted by you three handsome dwarves. Proceed
s-
me through.
They spit on the ground. Both of them. And then the one who's not talking didn't spit, but she starts leading them away. And so,
All right, I'm just gonna follow behind them.
do you want to do anything on the way there?
Is there a passing young dwarf? Doesn't have to be like a child, just somebody who might pay attention. Because Orin is going to try to get their attention and ask them to bring him an ale and make it lickety split, make it quick, and then he's going to hope for the person to come back with some ale. He's going to show him that he'll pay him a coin, like a 5 copper or whatever, to go bring him a drink.
Okay. 1 second here.
It'd be nice to have a bit of a drink as I'm walking. Wouldn't want to show up before King Dane with a parched throat, now would I?
Come on. Player info is not coming up. Or, see info. Let me refresh my screen here. So, you guys, you are following the dwarves, and you are keeping an eye out for somebody
Yeah,
who can possibly run and grab you an ale.
correct.
Well, describe to me how you find this person along your way.
Well, so I'm gonna assume that I found a young dwarf who seems lively and perhaps interested in earning a few coins, for relatively
Have
little
you?
effort.
Do you see anybody?
Well, that we can role play that. That
There are
I'm just gonna be on the
people
lookout for somebody like that.
here in this city
Sure.
that are the only people here that I will roleplay. So if you see somebody,
Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, then I'm gonna do a perception check. I'm gonna see if anybody that I happen to pass by, wow, um, kind of fits the bill for what I'm looking for. Somebody who's not like eyeing me menacingly, but somebody who's just kind of about their day and looks, you know, like they'd be interested in earning an easy copper or two.
okay. So with that perception check, you can look around, and as you're walking, I'm just going to say, you're following them. You see on the left that there is a dwarf standing there.
This one.
This one right there.
Okay, I'm gonna call him over.
You're gonna call him over.
Yeah, I'm
And,
gonna stop where I'm gonna call him over.
Okay, you're a good 50 feet away almost.
Oh, really? Yeah, I guess we are. So when I'm about right here, I'm gonna call him over. Kind of, try to get his attention and wave him over. If he doesn't come, that's fine. I'm not gonna make him.
And what do you say? Like, come on, man. Like,
I'm gonna say, "Oi, lad, would you like to make an easy copper or two?"
What? Are you talking to me?
I don't see anybody else staring around. Would you like to make an easy copper or not?
Maybe. It, all depends. Are you warm-blooded?
Am I warm-blooded? Do I look like I'm a dead dwarf to you?
No, you don't. He starts licking his lips. I mean, you look just like a normal person. I can get you anything you like.
Oh, how about a nice, nice pint of your finest ale?
Okay. I can get you that. Wait, the ball's right over there. Any kind? Wait, what'd you say? What kind?
Finest one you've got.
Well, it's going to need more than a copper for that.
Well, find me a fine. I don't actually say like how much would a pint be? Like, 'cause I've got 25 gold. Can't imagine a pint's any more than a couple of copper. How much
Aye.
would it?
A crappy pint is a couple of copper. I don't know about the finest around. But I will try my best for you.
Then he's gonna hand him like a silver and say, "I know your face, lad. If I don't get my ale, you won't walk right."
Oh, you'll get your ale. Oh, this will be more than enough. And he starts walking away.
Like, Durin's folk are some strange dwarfs. He's gonna look for the guards and he's gonna start walking, to keep up with them. No, he's gonna stop right here. Kind of watching that dwarf.
He walks into this tavern, disappears inside, of course, and you're walking away. I guess the dwarves, they didn't wait for you.
That's fine.
They're like actually like around the corner, way up there. And the
Eventually
last
they'll
thing you heard was them just laughing.
No, that's fine.
But you can still see them. They're just about to go out of your eyesight.
Cool. I'm gonna just keep an eye out for the dude.
You're just gonna stay there?
Well, I'm gonna wait for like a minute, maybe two. If he doesn't come out, I'm gonna go after him.
Why didn't you go in for your? Okay.
Because the idea was like that I would just keep following him, and he turned out to be a really weird kid. So now my attention has been grabbed.
He's not a kid. When you looked at him, he's older than those two, older than the dwarves that you're with.
So he's not a young. Well, I didn't.
He
know I
has
talked with some
silky
older dwarf
sunburned pink skin. He's about 4'2". He's got a big round build, bland face, gigantic braided neck beard, and he has very long nails, bald head, and green eyes.
I don't know what the green eye signifies. Well, I'm not getting robbed on my first day. Let's go find this foolish boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. He's gonna walk into the tavern.
When you actually get to the door of the tavern, he's on his way out with the brew in your hand, with his brew in his hand, and he bumps into you.
Perfect.
He's like,
Oi! I'm so sorry about that. I didn't mean to walk right into you. What are you doing? Was you coming in here to get it yourself? Why didn't you just get it yourself?
Well, the guards walked off without me, and I figured you might need some company. So, well, here I am. But you've done me a service anyway, boy.
You're standing in the doorway. What do you do?
No, I moved off.
He's looking at you like... So he comes out with it.
Yeah. So, I mean, I would take it from him and say thank you. I stepped aside.
So you stepped aside. He comes out.
Sure.
Oh shit, I'm still talking. Can you hear my voice changer in Discord? Am I talking right now in a different voice?
You sound like Alvin and the Chipmunks, yeah. So
God
cool.
damn it. Sorry, when you hear me, okay, do me a favor. I'm gonna have this
Sure.
conversation with everybody. When you hear me talking to you,
Mhm.
like not using an accent, not like in character, and I'm in voice changer, just kind of politely remind me that my voice changer's on. I'll try to get in the habit of, so you guys don't have to do that, but it helps. 'Cause I wasn't supposed to talk to you. I wasn't trying to talk to you in my voice changer there.
No problem.
So, anyways, what was the last thing we said?
Well, I moved aside and grabbed
Perfect.
my tankard of ale, my pint.
You moved aside and grabbed your tankard of ale, and he's just smiling at you full beam wide, smiling, just smiling away. And actually what he starts to do is he starts to rhyme. He starts to come up with like poems for you about drinking the ale and how happy it's going to make him see you drink it, see it in front of him.
I smell the ale. Yeah, I'm gonna
Well, you're
smell
gonna
the
smell
ale.
it.
I'm a dwarf. I should have a pretty good nose for beer. Should know if something is weird about a beer.
Okay, you're gonna just smells like a beer. Just smells like beer. Do you want to roll an investigation or something?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay, I'll help you out. Like when I sit there, say okay. I'm kind of hinting that I want you to kind of make a roll. I don't want to like feed you rolls, but yeah, kind of do something like an investigation there would be required.
That's totally fine. Boop. Fitty.
Smells like a beer.
Cool. Well, at that point, he's gonna take a sip.
You take a sip.
Take a sip. What's it taste like?
It just tastes like beer.
Okay. I'm gonna look at the guy again.
He has
What's
not
he
changed.
doing?
His green eyes are staring right at you. And he's just smiling.
Alright.
I'm sorry, I'm trying not to freak you out or to give you like any hint one way or the other about nothing. Like I don't want to make you think something's happening. There is, or even if there is, I don't want you to think.
This guy is like really sketchy, obviously.
No, this is just funny that you're freaking out over a beer.
It's not the beer I'm freaking out over. It's the guy's behavior that's weird, and the fact that he's got green eyes. So
back to
this is a reasonable level of caution. Orin's gonna take a look back into the tavern. I'm gonna try to make a perception check and see if it's coming off as a sketchy tavern or if it's seems like a pretty standard fare for
So what do you do?
a normal tavern. I'm just kind of leaning forward and peeking through the door into the tavern.
How much of that beer have you drank?
Just a sip.
Just a sip. I mean.
Yeah. I mean, just enough to taste it. What? Oh, come on. Right. You can't make a dude this creepy and then be like, no, just drink what he gave you, man.
No, I'm not saying that at all. Why? Okay. Nothing seems off about the tavern.
Okay. That's fine with me. Alright, since I already gave the guy money, I'm gonna say, well, thank you for your service, young. I'm gonna walk off. And I'm gonna kind of peek back over my shoulders periodically as I walk away at the weird.
Before you walk away, before you walk away, here's your change. Here's your change. Don't you want your change?
Just keep it, young'un.
He hands it out and just drops it on the ground.
He hands it out and just drops it on the ground in front of you.
The change is on the ground.
And then I'm gonna look back at him and I'm gonna say the change is all around, but it's not doing anybody any good unless it's in your pockets, lad.
All right. So he picks it up.
I intentionally rhymed back at him.
Funny. He picks it up and just leans back up against where he was, and he just walks over to where where you saw him, and he was just standing there actually before.
I am going to walk off and periodically look back over my shoulders at the weird dwarf I just encountered.
Okay.
But I am going to be taking more adventurous sips of the beer.
Okay.
Assuming I don't start feeling weird after each sip.
So you're walking off away from the dwarf.
Oh, yeah.
And you're just walking off away from the dwarf.
Well, I'm walking to try to go where I saw the guards go.
Looks like you're just standing there.
Oh, right. I gotta move my guy. Got it. So I'm gonna be over here. And
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep moving up. Wait, sorry. The guards went here, right? That's the direction they went.
Did they?
I don't remember.
What are you gonna do?
Should I keep walking that way? Walk about right here. About there.
Okay.
Do.
All right. Slow down.
Yep.
When you turn the
Right
corner,
here. Mm-hmm.
you'll see them standing there. All three of them, just lollygagging, talking to each other, laughing their asses off. And then she sees you.
She sees you. Oi! The slowpoke finally caught up, and he got himself a beer. What? You didn't get one for all of us? You slag!
Well, seeing as how you attacked a diplomat from another hold, I'd say you've gotten on my naughty list. Perhaps next time.
Oh, big fancy noble pass hasn't ever been to a dwarven hold before. Aye, eat shite.
I could very well make you eat shite, but I've got better things to do. Now, does your king require my presence or not?
Indeed, indeed, indeed.
With that, she kind of realizes that she actually has been sent here by the king. She's got stuff to do. He is expecting them to bring you back. So she kind of stops laughing. They all start up laughing. And they actually, like, audibly, one of them says that, hey, the king actually is expecting us. So they go. But are you walking with them or in behind them? Like, what are you trying to do?
Behind them. Behind them.
Let me grab my dudes. So they're walking away, and let me reveal more areas to you. As you get closer and go around corners and places in the mountain that you have not yet been, being a newcomer to this land, you start seeing a little more buildings around you, cathedral, some more people, houses upon houses that are built and carven into the side of the mountainside. Let me reveal more areas for you. I'm gonna zoom out. Okay. So, as you move through the mountain, the structures become more and more magnificent. They become more and more purposely placed. Less house like commoners, less common houses. You walk up to a passageway in front of a guard outpost. And when you arrive, guards start walking out, coming out of the guard outpost to greet their comrades. And they have some cheerful banter back and forth, pointing at you and talking about how they're going to see the king, and you've been invited to Bilbo's birthday party, and someone of some special importance. So, that's how they talk. That's how they're talking to each other. They come around to the back of the guard post and to a narrow passageway that obviously is being guarded very well. And if you look around, you'll see that there's a giant amphitheater. It's empty. Someone's cleaning it with a broom. And you have about 7 gods around you right now. Let me select them. And so you will start to notice that they are uniformly surrounding you as you walk. You can't you can't just
That's
walk
fine.
out. Like, you're gonna have
Yeah,
to.
no.
You're gonna have
That's
to.
fine.
You've noticed that if you do try to walk out, they block your path, kind of inconspicuously, to the point where you can't walk around them.
And that's fine.
Okay.
Orin is keenly aware of what they're doing and why at this point.
Okay. So the entourage comes up to the guard that's lives in this guardhouse that protects this door at all times. And they all nod at each other and walk past. And the guard that was there goes with you, and one other guard stays behind. Start walking
All
past
right.
these warehouse, these storage units. One of them is open. You see it's full of weaponry and guard gear, King's Guard armor.
All right.
So you assume, I don't know what you assume. There's a bunch of them that look like that.
Well, based on the change in the quality of the structure and all that stuff and the behavior of the guards, and now going past guard armories with fine armor and stuff and weapons, he's assuming that he's getting closer to people of importance, of great importance, probably the king. But we'll
So
see.
you get to the end of this corridor and you look in front of you and you see that's built into the side of the mountain is a gigantic. It looks like a 5-story structure, but his giant opening, and it's all hollow inside. It's huge. It's got many layers on the outside that make it look like it's more than 1 story, but it really is kind of empty on the inside, and very laden in gold and jewels.
Okay.
And there's guards everywhere, obviously, just standing, uniform, not moving, but looking at you. And they, one of them at the door throws the door open, and the three enter. There's two of them left outside with you. Now, at this point, what do you want? Follow them in?
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely following them in.
Okay. So you are following them in. I'm going to move your character momentarily. I'm going to reveal an area to you. There. You look around and you see that you are on a red carpet. These guards are now walking to either side of this carpet and taking even intervals along the path. Yes. Two of them are already here. They walk a little closer, stand between you and the king. And they're now in position. They are just staring at you.
Orin's gonna look at the guards nearest him and be like, "Is it not customary for your king to announce a diplomatic visitor?"
You'll notice that the one that is standing closest to you by the door on your left is the same one that has been talking this whole time. She says to you now,
Yeah, keep your pants on, Mr. Fancy. Sorry. I now escort you up to the king. If you just follow me, I will announce your arrival as intended. When you get closer, let's just speed this up a little bit. Those two guards, you'll notice,
Voice change.
as you get closer, you'll notice those two guards are holding trumpets and horns.
Okay.
So they are going to start blowing these horns, and they are going to announce your arrival. And I apologize. I thought I had my trumpet, but I don't. I'm not gonna spend the time
Oh,
looking
that's
for it
fine.
right now. Anyways,
I will imagine.
so these horns are blowing, and this this dwarf that has been very rude to you all of a sudden starts acting rather proper.
Alright.
And one second here. Shall I change? There. There it is. You'll notice that the trumpets now have stopped blaring and now have turned more into a type of music.
Okay.
They have stepped off in the background and they're just playing. And the king just starts clapping a little bit. Yes, he's enjoying it.
Okay.
Hail, King Dane! I present to you Iron Stormfist of the Eastern Kingdoms. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't think I said that right.
It's fine. Orin's gonna just chuckle and step past her a little bit, and then give as well executed a customary dwarven royal bow as he can to the king. And he's gonna do so while presenting the signet of his station.
Okay.
And then
The
he's gonna
king-
wait for the king. Go for it.
The king stands up and says, Iron Stormfist, who are you?
And then he's gonna say, "My king, I am Orin Stonefist of the Eastern Holds. Our people have been separated long ago from the dark times of Morgoth himself. But our kin have sought to re-establish ties with you and the men and elves of this land, seeking to restore friendships long lost through time and establish trade so that we all might flourish together."
Oh. So you are Orin. Orin Stonefist. Not Iron Stormfist.
Yes, Lord, but it is a difficult name to pronounce, and I don't begrudge the sorry.
You'll notice that the dwarf beside you is just like doing everything in her power just to keep from laughing so hard. She's trying to keep her duty face on, but she's enjoying this so much. And she just steps off to the side and gets into position. And begins sorry. So back to she's silent now. She regains composure. And the king says, "Aye, it is indeed an interesting name apparently." And he gives kind of like a scowl at the guard that was laughing, and she immediately kind of shuts up and gets straight-faced again, kind of looks to the ground, away. So the king now says to you, as he is walking down his throne, ascending the steps to the peasants, he says to you, "Orin, I hear you have been summoned to Hobbiton. Is that true? You've been summoned to Hobbiton to Bilbo's birthday party."
Yes, my lord, that does seem to be the case. But as I'm sure you'll recognize rather quickly, I am completely foreign to these lands. I'm not sure how I became known to this Bilbo Baggins or why he wishes me present at his birthday. All I know is that I've received a summons. Far be it from me to forego the opportunity to make friends, seeing as how that is the reason I belong in these lands to begin with.
Aye. Well, I have actually met Mr. Baggins. Please let me see the invitation letter.
Then he's gonna kind of look at the king and say, "With your permission,"
Oops,
and
wrong.
then he's gonna walk
Person.
forward and hand him the letter.
He was actually walking towards you. That's what I meant to do.
Oh yeah. No problem.
Okay, so you hand him the letter. He takes a look at it. He inspects it. He actually sees the wax seal that you broke open. He puts it together and, you know, gets it the little eyeglass out of his pocket. Aye, this indeed is Mr. Baggins' seal. So unless someone has kidnapped him and stolen his unique signet ring, as I'm sure you are familiar with, then this is indeed a letter from him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how he knows you. I've never seen you before in my life. But he is a man of honor. A hobbit, I should say. A little one. Even shorter than that one, as he points at the little short girl that was making fun of you the whole time. And she
Or
gets
don't
real
glance over.
embarrassed. And her helmet's off, you can see her hair, and you can see that she's actually a female at this point. But
Sure.
she's all embarrassed, and she looks away, and still not talking. He's staring at her, just like kind of like begging her to talk, begging her to say something. So I don't know why you've been summoned, but I'm sure it's for a good reason. In fact, I want you to gather information from the lands of the halflings and send word of any significance that you may find. There's talk of evil, and in my heart I feel a growing threat. You must keep your eyes and ears open and help protect your fellow dwarves from our homeland, and aid our homeland. To aid in your quest, I have a gift for you. He claps his hands, and one of the assistants that has been standing there holding an object you just didn't notice just steps forward to you and brings out this small ornate chest and hands it to you. Says, "Here, let these help you along your way. This must be taken as a good omen, I'm hoping, but it will surely help you in your quest. Please, open it."
All right. He will open it. I'm gonna should I step near the king or just stay where I'm at?
Whatever.
I'm not sure where this space is happening in your mind.
You right. You guys, you see it happening. The king walked up to you,
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
and this person right here
Okay.
has handed you a box,
Okay.
a small ornate chest. And you open it.
Yep.
Inside you will find a pair of bracers of defense. So please, add that to your inventory now.
He's gonna take a moment to admire the craftsmanship, because I'm assuming these are, pretty well wrought,
Oh yes, the best that you will ever see.
and he's just, he's trying to make sure that the king sees the appreciation, like you might if you're in a culture that's similar to yours but a little bit different, and somebody gives you a gift, you want to make sure that you give it the appropriate time to really see the thought that went into it, admire the craftsmanship and all that stuff. That's sort of what he's doing, and he's just kind of taking it all in, and then he's gonna flip them on.
Right. While wearing these bracers, you gain +2 bonus to AC if you are not wearing armor or a shield.
Dang, nice.
And I assume that you're not wearing an armor or shield.
Nope, just my traveling cloak and some not very fancy clothes, but well-made, simple monk's garments.
Okay. So, are you just what is happening right now?
So I mean, as he dons them and all that, I'm sorry, I'm writing this stuff down on my
Oh,
sheet
no
real
worries.
quick, but he's gonna say, "My lord, thank you very much for this very generous gift. Um, I do hope I can be of service. My king, yeah,
Aye, you are indeed welcome, and I hope you put them to good use.
mm, my
Now,
lord Durin of the Great Peaks, bid me to carry myself well in your presence, and I do hope that I can be of service to you in the coming months."
oh, you've spoken to Durin. How is that old bastard?
Surprised that you know of my king, sir. It's,
How could any
100 leagues.
honorable dwarves not know the name of Durin? We are, of course, all from Durin himself. I assume, what is it, the third, fourth now?
He just has taken the name Durin, my lord. Nobody dares to question him.
Aye.
Any of the elders who speak to him, they don't ask for proof. They don't ask for qualification. They just accept the name Durin. Some have called him Durin the Lesser, but he doesn't take mind of it. It's just my lord Durin.
Well, any dwarf with the name Durin is honorable in my opinion, and must be
then he's
treated
gonna-
with such.
He's gonna bow and say thank you for their kindness, sir. Your honor does you credit.
Aye. Now, moving forward to matters at hand. A troop of my most trusted Kingsguard has intercepted the caravan and the driver that Mr. Baggins has dispatched for you. He was found just waiting at the intersection of the Old Forest Road and the river running. He was just waiting there. Are you ready to hear this? They've sent word that the daft old hobbit sent a carriage that couldn't fit on our narrow river tow parts. And he couldn't find any men or drought animals to tow him upriver. If not for my troops, they wouldn't have made it here on time. They are escorting them here as we speak. Needless to say, you will be able to find them at the docks by noon tomorrow. I will be ordering them to escort the caravan back to the Old Forest Road on my fastest boat to make up for the time lost. You should get right back exactly on schedule. You're welcome. And one more thing. If you choose to betray the realm and withhold any information from a high dwarven king such as myself, or if you decide to be a wailing ninny and bring shame to your house, then do not ever show your face here or in the mountains of Orikani ever again.
And my
Now.
lord, I'd sooner shave my beard.
Good to hear, lad. Now hurry and eat your meal. It's getting cold, laddie. Nobody likes cold sausages.
He'll just laugh at the joke.
So, with that, he just turns his back and walks. He hands you the scroll back and walks away.
Alrighty.
And the guards actually start getting between you and him and ushering you out.
Sure. Alrighty.
Where the frick? Can't turn it. Oh well. Anyways, he's back up at his throne. And
Sure.
you are being ushered out.
Yeah, I've been politely dismissed.
Yes.
I've been asked politely yet firmly to leave.
The king has said what the king has meant to say. And now it is time to go.
I thought a King of the Hill reference would be especially appropriate, since the king of the
I missed
mountain. Yeah. What do you do if somebody asks for their steak to be cooked to medium or well done? You ask them politely yet firmly to leave.
Oh. Ugh. That's only true though.
That's
So
what Hank Hill said. But yeah,
I think I remember that, but I missed the
Yeah.
I missed the punchline.
that's no problem.
I'm a loser. So
No.
one of the king's guards that was standing up next to him, that was been escorting you, now speaks to you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry. I have to apologize for my colleague back there. She has no professional sense of duty whatsoever. She was meant to come bring you and not dilly-dally and take... We were expecting her half hour ago. I'm sorry.
He's just gonna say, young dwarfs are nothing but trouble. If you'd known me in my youth, you'd think I needed to be battered around the head a bit myself.
Aye. Perhaps so, perhaps so. So,
So off to where the king wanted me then, eh?
if you follow me through this passageway, we will go back the way we came. And you'll see here, as we come out the front door, that my guard station is right here on the left, at the first intersection, and I have supper, hot, and waiting, full with plenty to share for you. Please sit at my table and enjoy a meal. Actually, I said supper, I don't know why, because it's only 10 o'clock in the morning. So,
We'll break
it's
bread,
more of a
kind of
brunch. So it's ham and eggs.
Do you have tapas?
We have tapas. You can have some. It's cold, but you can have some.
What more could a dwarf ask for than cold tapas and warm sausages?
Yes, nobody likes cold sausage.
Nobody. Alright, cool. So I guess we'll eat and then it's on to the caravan place?
Yep, do you remember where he said that they were waiting for you?
No, not gonna lie.
The docks.
But where are the docks on the map? Have they not been shown yet? Or is it around the drawbridge area?
The docks are right around the corner. You have not seen them yet.
Ah, well that would explain why I don't know where they are.
Indeed. Excuse me.
No problem. Cool. Alright, so we're breaking bread.
Yes, so I really, I was trying to learn from complaints in my last session on what to do, what not to do, so I'm kind of leaving it open-ended here.
Sure. Well, I mean, I like to explore a little bit, which is why I tried to go get beer. It's like I like to play around a little bit, but I want to explore the story that you're trying to tell.
No,
So,
speaking
at
of
this
which,
point, Oren would just eat breakfast and then try to go where the king said he should go.
I need to know what you did with that beer.
Oh, he drank it.
He drank the beer. You drank the beer.
Assume he didn't just chug it, but as he was walking along, he was drinking it.
So about what
hoping
time
that
did it
didn't start tasting like pee?
What time? How long did it take you to finish?
I mean, probably 3/4 of the walk. I probably finished it somewhere around the time that I met up with the final guard group before we went into the hall, that big long passageway to the king's chamber.
Okay.
Yes, on the map it'd be right about here is probably when I finished it.
Very good. Thank you for that.
Sure.
Holy shit, is it 9 o'clock? We haven't even...
Yeah. It's like noon, buddy. Or noon o'clock at night.
What time did we start?
We started a lot later because of the technical hiccup.
Only an
at the
hour later,
beginning.
though. Started at 6. We've been going for 3 hours? Have we been going for 3 hours, dude? No
Yeah.
way.
Hopefully it's fun. And that's the goal.
I gotta check this Twitch stream. How long have we been going? 2 hours. It's been going for 2 hours.
Got it.
Okay. It's been going for 2 hours. That's cool.
Good deal, man.
But we're not done. Not even close.
Okay,
We're about halfway,
cool.
actually.
We're probably gonna have to finish this at a different time because I am already running out of steam.
Okay.
I'm having a really good time. Hopefully that's obvious. Like it's been fun. So
Well, I'm going, I'm halfway through my notes. Actually, no. Actually, we are almost done.
oh, either way.
Maybe. And how long could you go for another half hour to an hour?
What's up, Snarf? I see you.
Hi guys, I just need to erupt.
I can't do an hour,
Snarf.
dude. I can push for another half hour, but I've been up since like 6 this morning, and I've been getting very little sleep for weeks. So like I'm tapped. I got 3 kids, a wife, and I'm going to school full time. So my ability to just blow through like time in the evening is just gone anymore.
Well, if you can give another half an hour, I think I can get this done for you.
Let's go then. We run a little bit over a half hour. That'll be okay. But let's go for a half hour.
To those viewers out there, you just saw one of my other characters. Photo bomb or whatever you call that.
Stream bomb.
Green bomb. That was Snarfy Bash. We'll see him here in the next few days. Anyways, so back to it. Okay, so when do you decide to leave?
Basically, as soon as the meal's done. I mean, I don't want to be impolite to the guard, so I mean, I eat at a reasonable pace, and then when I'm finished, I would stand up and say, "All right, on to the docks, please."
All right.
Got to be about my business.
So with that, he comes out the door, and I assume you're following him. He brings you over to the front guard. When you get there, he says something to the guard along the lines of, this dwarf needs escort to the royal docks. He's in a hurry. I believe his carriage leaves her. I believe they are set to depart at noon, and it's already 11:30. So they need to go. He needs to go. I mean, he looks at you and says, I unfortunately cannot take you. I have strict duties, but I have sent my lieutenant to take you.
Okay. He's gonna give him a forearm clasping, like, handshake. They each grab each other's forearms, and he's going, "Been an honor and a pleasure."
Very good, sir.
Cool.
So with that, this dwarf looks at you and says, are you trying to get to the docks? Right this way. I'll take you there in a jiff. So he starts walking to the docks. And One sec.
The forces of hell open up.
Trying to zoom in, damn it. Thank you. So, you guys are walking and you're walking and you're walking, and he's taking you around the corner. I'm just going to speed it up a little bit for you.
Okay.
And you get out to the front area where you were.
Sure.
And, give me a perception check.
Sure.
$13, okay. So you'll notice the guy that got you the beer is, you looked over and
Following along?
you saw him, and he caught his eyes, and he kind of like looked away real quick because he was following you and watching you, and didn't realize that you saw him. So you kind of caught him watching you, and he's like coming like from around the corner that you just came from. You know, not where you originally saw him. And he's still walking, and he takes you over.
I'm gonna ask the guard, so why would the dwarf here in Erebor have, I don't know, green eyes? I've never seen anything like that. And I don't mean the color of their irises either, I mean like their eyes were green, painted green, like algae.
Green eyes, you say? Oh, you better be careful of them. Those are the vampires. They try to get anyone unsuspecting.
Vampires, eh?
You haven't been approached by one, have you?
Let's just say I didn't know what the vampire dwarf was.
Oh, what's that mean? You didn't eat anything they gave you, did you?
No. I drank something though.
Oh my god. What happened?
I asked for a beer. He went into a tavern and got me a beer. I just thought he was some sort of silly fella.
And you drank it?
Why wouldn't I?
From the weirdo with the green eyes? Have you ever seen a dwarf with green eyes before in your life, man?
He was just out and about like nothing was different, so I assumed if they're in Erebor, he's able to walk about freely. Couldn't be too much wrong with him.
Well,
perhaps that was
yes,
an error, eh?
they're here legally. I'm not racist, but they don't drink from them. Fuck's sake.
We don't have these in my hold. I've never heard of a vampire dwarf. Yeah.
Well,
yeah, that's completely foreign to me.
About how long ago was this? When did this happen?
Oh, this would have been before I ate lunch, but I don't know how long. Probably about an hour since. Maybe 45 minutes. What do you think?
Oh, you're probably fine. We'll just say it never happened.
Just to be careful and, do my due diligence, but What should I be looking out for if it was problematic?
Oh, if you ever start craving the taste of human flesh or blood, you let anyone know right away.
Oh, come on now. Okay, hold on. First of all, I've never heard of a vampire dwarf. Look, I've never heard of a vampire being able to give you a drink and pass it that way.
I don't know how they get them, but they say don't trust them or drink anything from them. I personally don't hang out with them. I don't know how they catch their prey.
He's shaking his head. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's some proverb of wisdom here in Erebor, is it?
Not usually, no. People here are smart enough not to drink after them.
Where I come from, we don't let vampires walk around in public freely. You know, because of the turning you into the undead creature thing.
So you're saying that you are from a racist homeland?
Well, if by racist you mean undead creatures that prey on the living.
They don't prey on anyone. We know better.
The vampires where I come from prey on the living, and that's all they do.
Some of them are worse than others, I'll admit to that.
Okay, well look, I'll tell you this much. If you just violated my ability to consent by giving me something in my drink that I didn't ask for, I'm not too friendly.
I suppose time will tell, my friend.
I suppose we will. At that point, he's gonna like start twitching and act like fake coughing and like look at him all weird, and then stop, and then I'm just kidding you.
He kind of like gets all serious-eyed at you and backs up for a minute. He says, the duck's around the corner. I'll see you later.
Okay.
He runs off.
I thought you were. But I thought
He
you
runs
were
off,
racist.
dude.
He's screaming.
He's
I thought
running.
You weren't racist. That's fine.
You see him push aside the guy that was following you before with the green eyes. Just push him aside and run away.
I'm gonna look at the guy with green eyes then, and I'm gonna wave at him.
Oh, he darts back around the corner.
At this point, he's got really nothing else to do but just, well, either gonna go bad or just not gonna do anything. So he just keeps moving on.
All right, wait there for a sec.
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna reveal an area to you. So you're coming out the front door, and you see the front battalion guard outpost, which also serves as key point and entryway into the kingdom of Erebor. Let me reveal a little more to you. I meant to have this revealed to you anyway.
So now, at this point, he's outside of Erebor. He can see the vista of the Misty Mountains and the plains.
Yep.
On the eastern side of the mountains, just kind of spreading out in all their sun-soaked glory.
Yep, you can now see this view of the sky is kind of,
Light.
This view is kind of fading off into the sunset, and it's more coming along the lines of, daylight, full daylight, almost middle of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And so you look around and you see the docks.
Already?
You see the docks, and you see a couple guards standing by it. When you look at the docks, what do you do?
I start trying to make my way there.
Okay. So as you get closer, you see that there is a boat with the royal signet on the side of it. with velvety covered caravan, awnings, and on top it's a pretty big boat, because on the boat you see that there is a two-horse carriage. These horses are huge, like giant Clydesdale all white, pure white horses attached to a huge ornate carriage, like a white and silver carriage that is just slap daddy, very, very fancy carriage. All white, everything, and on top is a little hobbit that's just sitting there, holding the reins. Not holding the reins, sorry. And I misspoke, there are 4 horses. It's a 4-horse carriage. And all of this is sitting on top of this boat. And there's a little hobbit on there just sitting on the boat next to it.
Okay. He's gonna keep walking up.
Nice. Okay. So.
Oi! You there!
Orin's gonna look over at him like, what can I do for you? Well, you are a wee thing. You must be the solo hobbit.
We don't be insulting your nasty raggedy beard. Don't be insulting our height.
Well, I didn't mean no offense. It's more of an observation, but, you know, I apologize if I did hurt your feelings. It wasn't intended.
When you walk up to her, you see
Voice
that
change.
this is...
When you walk up to her, you see that she is about a young, stout halfling. She's long, straight gray hair and black eyes. She has soft, sunburnt white skin. She stands about 3'6" and has an athletic build. She's not very ovally, but she does have a slight face. And she is only wearing an earring in her left ear.
Okay.
I'm just reading her stuff here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait, did she recognize who I am then?
She didn't recognize you. She just, hey, asked you who you were.
Oh, that's fine. He's gonna be
Saw you walking up to her.
like, sure. Well, my name is Orin Stonefist.
What did she say to you? What did I say to you?
I can't remember. Exactly.
I thought I said something.
It was just-
Aren't you Orin? Something like that. Didn't I say that?
I don't remember. Let's say yes. I'll be like, all right, that's who I am.
Okay.
Oi! You wouldn't happen to be, Orin Stonefist, would you?
That's me.
Oh, very good. You about just missed me. We are set to depart here in the next 10 minutes. My name is Elanth Urut, and I have been assigned by Mr. Baggins to take you back to Littleton. So if you don't mind getting on board, we can hop onto your fancy party and get underway.
No problem. Can you type her name? I couldn't understand what you said.
Yeah. I sure can.
Thanks. Voice change, by the way. Sorry.
Elanth Urut.
Cool. Well, Miss Urat, I'd be much obliged if you'd take me along belong to this. And the place is called Hobbit Town. What are we calling it?
It's Hobbiton.
Hobbiton. Got it.
It's where all the hobbits live. You'll be there soon enough. Haven't you ever been?
It's like, oh no, darling. My people are from way out east. This is my first time being beyond the lands of Rune.
Well, how in the world did you manage to get an invite then?
You know, that's a question I've been asking myself since I got it. But seeing as how I do have it, and seeing as how everybody's so surprised that I do have it, I'm much more curious than I've ever been now to see exactly who this Bilbo Baggins is, and why he invited me.
I see. So you don't know Mr. Baggins?
Can't say that I do.
That is a mighty bit strange.
And I couldn't agree with you more, Elanth. Or would you prefer Miss Ura?
It's whatever tickles your fancy. I've not been too much proper these days.
Fair enough.
Why
Miss Elanth,
Mr. Baggins hired me, I couldn't say. I was just sitting there bored. I usually go in town. I don't normally take fares this far out. In fact, you are my very first one coming this far out.
Well, it's my honor then. Hopefully
I've
I
actually
don't-
never been past Bree.
I don't know where Bree is, so I imagine that's far from here.
Yes, quite far. It's right outside Hobbiton. It's where the men and foreign folk stay when they're visiting in town.
Okay, he's gonna pull out a map that he carries with him, and it's very rudimentary. Basically, it's got like large land masses on it, like mountain ranges, major forests, major notable dwarven holds, and like well-known like cities of men, like in their rough position. And then he's gonna be like, "Would you mind showing me on this map where we'd be going? Where is Hobbiton on here? If this chain right here is the Misty Mountains, where would we be?"
Where? Wow! I cannot even read this map. Where did you buy this thing?
Oh, I brought this from my homeland. Much of our records of what happened over here is lost through, honestly, just long periods of time. So,
What about that map in your pocket?
this is it. This is basically what we know of the land over here. The geography.
She's pointing at
Oh.
the scroll that's sticking out of your pocket, which, if you haven't noticed before, it did say on it that on the back of it was a map. And she sees that it looks like there's a map sticking out of your pocket. And she's just
Oh.
like staring at you like, what is this guy talking about? He's got another like an awesome like from the side of the scroll, it looks very detailed. Like,
Oh. He's gonna kind of have a surprised old man look on his face for a minute. Like, oh. He's gonna pull that out. It's like, I bloody well forgot. As I said, I'm not from around here, and I don't know who Bilbo Baggins is.
Oh,
So he opens,
look at
he
that
unrolls the map.
fancy thing.
He's doing his best in his mind to compute what he's seeing on this detailed map with his old busted one. So, could you show me where on here is Bree? And of course, I'm sure she's gonna. 'Cause he wouldn't know where to look exactly.
Okay, let me reveal some areas for you.
And your voice changes on, just as a reminder.
So you see this fancy new map here?
Oh yeah.
The one I'm pointing at right now.
Mm-hmm.
You actually see it?
Well, I mean, I'm not lying about what I can see. Yeah, I mean,
She
yes.
starts. So, if you look where I'm pointing my finger,
Mhm.
we are here. Well,
We're in Erebor there. Yep.
we are here. And you have to go way over here to the Shire. That is where I am from. That is where we are going. Way over here to the Shire. This is Hobbiton. This is a very detailed map. Where did you get this map? This is beautiful. Way better than the one you showed me a minute ago. I don't know why you...
I can't imagine that seeing much of comparison, but yeah, it's this is detailed. And this journey is only going to take about 10 days?
About 2 weeks.
By my babe, that's impressive. Well,
Indeed.
any journey
Have
starts
you
with
seen the
steps.
special horses Mr. Bilbo has sent? She points. Look at their horseshoes. Do you see them glowing, or is it just me? These dwarves can't seem to see them glowing. Are they glowing to you?
Perception check?
Perception check.
I guess.
18. Okay. You'll notice that they're not glowing to your eyes.
He's
What
gonna
about-
look at him. Okay, what? Sorry.
Can I suggest something? Or no?
Sure. Of course.
Are you good with Arcana?
He would have maybe some passing knowledge about Dwarven runic magic, but
You wouldn't think to roll an Arcana check on that?
I'm just saying that Orin is not likely to have much knowledge in the way of magic craft in general. What
Okay.
he would know would be Dwarven runic magic. He's not very familiar with that. I can roll an Arcana check, but as far as the character's concerned, he wouldn't really.
Okay, perfect. Well, if he wouldn't do that, don't worry about it. So, she says back.
Back to you now. Wow. I just need to rub my eyes for a second. They are shiny to me. They are sparkly. These horses move fast, is what I'm trying to say. We will get there in 2 weeks. Don't worry.
Well, Dad and I trust you then. I've got no reason to disbelieve you anyway.
So are you ready to go? It's right at the time we need to disembark, and Mr. Bilbo is very, very, very punctual.
Well, if I told you I had to go to the restroom, would that change anything? I'm just kidding.
Hi,
around.
there's a-
Oh,
Alright. So. Back to our screen.
We will see now that the caravan driver, Elenth, is getting things ready, and she is about to push off. And are you on board or no?
yes, but I can't move the character on it because the token is on a higher layer than mine. So it just
What?
Yeah. When I
Try
try to
again.
put, well, I'm looking at the map currently.
Oh,
Thank you. So let me try again. When I tried earlier, it wouldn't let me put my token onto the boat. Oh, it does now. That's weird.
okay, I fixed it for you.
Thank you.
So the boat disembarks and goes down the river with haste, because you are heading now downstream. And before long, you are at the Old Forest Road. Let me find. What do I do with that? You know, man, we really should call it because I probably over-exaggerated how much time I could. We still have a little bit left to do.
Hey, dude, it doesn't hurt my feelings, and I'm happy to do another session. But I'm tired. It
There's
doesn't hurt
like
my
at
feelings
least
all.
2 more encounters.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, we'll just call it, dude, and then we'll finish the session 0 as soon as we can manage. Tomorrow, day after, whatever.
Okay. All right. Well,
It was fun dancing around the guards. It was real fun dancing around the guards.
you know,
It
this
felt
is
right.
this is
It felt
D&D.
very right.
This is like you plan everything to go in like 2 hours, right? But
Oh,
then
yeah.
this happens and all this happens. So yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys. So that being said, to the viewers back at home who are still watching me, let me check. All 4 of you, which is cool. I appreciate you watching live because this will be reposted on YouTube. You can catch it anywhere you want to go, baby. Games and more. If you want to watch it again, you can also watch it here on Twitch temporarily. Only lasts 90 days. It's permanent on YouTube though, so I kind of pitched both of those. Appreciate you guys being here. This has been Tamatma. I am Lamancia. This is Orange Stonefist. I appreciate you guys watching. We were going for about 2.5 hours. I promised it would be done in half an hour. We're at the half an hour mark extra. And we gotta go to bed. I work tomorrow, he works tomorrow. So this is a pre-session 0. This is pre-session 0. This is like a pre-session that I do one-on-one with my players. We have 6 players. We're gonna do one-on-one with each of the players before they all play together. So they all have sessions like this where they do just things on their own, and I'm guiding them along the way. This is the first one. I'm glad you guys were here. This is not even done yet. We have probably another, I would say probably honestly, if we really want to take our time and do everything I intended, probably another hour. Even from now.
That'll be worth it for that totally justifies another session.
Yeah. So even if it's short, we can just get on here and bust it out. But all right. I still have another page, another. No, I don't have another page, but I have another blank page of notes I was going to fill up based on what I have intended for you. But yeah, I appreciate you being here. On the stream, I'm going to refer to you by your character name. You can call yourself your real name if you want, but Oren, I thank you for being here, and we'll see you next time.
Signing off, sir.
And
Thank you.
those at home, I appreciate you guys being here as well. Have a good night.